one that was living this shit. I was the one that was working my wrist. I was whipping the grits, trying to get me a flip. I wasn't a fag, and now I'm the one. My mother so happy, she proud of her son. She asked me
Morse Mutual, we're here to help. Sure.
This shit that I'm living, cooking the dope in the kitchen, chopping the hard on the dishes. I've been through the struggle. Remember them days on the block? Only the real niggas get it. Izzy, you poppin', lacking all that in the house. You remember the days I was robbing, now I be trapping. Izzy, you stay with the rats, you asking for wool, let them have it. Letting my savages go, better pray they don't see you. We towing them guns like it's legal. Better be strapped on the day that we meet you. Open him up till his body was see-through nonsense. Niggas get killed with no conscience. I had to adapt to survive. Ride with the blicky, squeezing that bitch till it's empty. The basics to how I survive. Nah, you don't get it. Nah, I don't think you gon' get it. This shit getting real in my city. Niggas got guns, even the bitches got guns. Pussy niggas toting blickies, but I ain't gon' lie. I'm paranoid as a bitch, but I ain't never been a bitch. Stay with the pistol. 4 or 5 got it on me. 30 shot extended clip.
Cherry on his gut, boy.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride? I'll bring it by. Okay, I got stuff to do.
It's band hunting. You already know what the fuck it is, dummy. We shagging over West Baltimore with it, but you riding with a fortune booming exclusive.
I'm about to bless your ass. Listen, Baltimore.
I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, getting lit with my niggas. I said I'm a play, I don't care if he kill him. You look like you got it, you might be a victim. I was just broke till I stepped in the kitchen. I was just broke, now I'm straight. Look at this shit on my waist. You reach and get shot in the face. Look at the look on my face. You see I'm a savage, ready to catch me a case. I was just broke. I was just chopping the coke. I was just hitting the face. I was just posted. 40, you don't need a host. Now I'm talking that bitch in my jeans. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. Boy, get out your ass. Boy, you ashamed. I was just broke, but I started finessing. That was a blessing. That shit ain't the same. Riding around with my niggas. Deep in the whip. Everybody got business. We was just wanting to go on a mission. We was just broke. Anybody could get it. We was just youngest. Now we got a little older. Trust me, we breed it like soldiers. We don't give a fuck, nigga. Killing niggas like it's easy. Put a nigga on the I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but trust me, I ain't going back. Bitch, cause I know how to trap. I used to be banging. They just stop selling drugs. Why? Cause I know how to rap. But if it come down to it, I'm just nothing I'm down for. Cause baby, I've been doing that. I'm down for it. You know I'ma put them to sleep. You ain't first to get wet. But niggas keep saying the jail. They know I'ma make it. They gon' kill a nigga for me. They already did it. But I ain't gon' say nothing else. I might go to jail for this story. How you gon' beef if you broke? You gotta have money for guns. If people be getting it done. How you gon' beef if you scared? I pull on your block. I guarantee that you gon' run. I know from experience. Starting tough, but I ain't had it. Use a blicky, then I bury it. Boy, how you carry it? Risking your life over nothing. The shell in this hat while they wearing it. Then that shit be a tragedy. Why they hating? They know why they mad at me. Cause I used to be broke, now I got it. So they plotting on me. Broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I was just broke, but I had to go get it. I got out my ass. Boy, it's a difference. I was just broke, now I'm straight. I was just broke, now I'm straight. This is going to 4 games and it's no way. You're crazy. Playoffs. If my dogs up here, crappy cocktails and bullshit.
Smoking on a whole lot of dumb heat.
ass ASAP. Bad bitch, really, can she take that? Phone keep ringing cause I got 10. Neck too frozen, got stacks, man. Sipping new toxic like a hazmat. Name a bitch, guarantee I had that.
You is blowing my shit, man. Why is you playing like a hoe?
Get money New Year to December. Wrist froze, shiver me temper. In her holy, I'm a sinner. I do this, you was beginners. Crossing y'all up like I'm Kimber. Who better me than dismiss her? Fuck that little bitch, I won't miss her. Chose up on her, fuck her sister. This gas, it's not a ginger. You're down on it, I cannot miss you. My Nina is a hoe. Won't kiss me, but she will kiss you. Everyone say I'm the shit, but inside there is no tissue. I'll adjust to finish you. Your girl left you cause I'm busy. Not in the house, and missiles. Feeling all on me like missiles. My drip is so fresh. I'm cleaner than a whistle. Gap her down, I'm sharp. Like the edge of a thistle. Make money 3 ways. She come fast, it's nimble. Popping your ass like a pimple. The wordplay shit is so simple. Do it, no pen and no pencil. You niggas on copies and stencils. Although I'm busting in tonsils, I'm more up in her mental. She coming me up to mental. This shit we give is no rental.
Who you got tonight? I got Atlanta.
I got New Orleans.
Wanna know what I think?
Gotta take Seattle at home, man.
Seattle are overhyped. I think it's gonna be a battle all the way through. Yeah.
This is going 4 games in its own.
No way. You're crazy.
Awesome and class.
Playoffs. Easy.
If my dog come in, crack me,
alongside my nigga DJ Spins, and we present to the motherfucking streets. Gucci man, Trap God, nigga.
I talk so much shit, I wake a dead man up. And on the belt, man, you better call Red Man up. I'm by myself, man, and yes, I ran my bread back up. The hell better look, trying to rob a Brisbane truck. 8 ounces and a crushed soda. Last month I damn near smoked the Range Rover. I buy a pint, crack the ceiling, put a straw in it. I'm drinking raw out the jar, caviar sipping. I might need a new prescription. These young hoes fucking singing citizens. Dad, your little sister, granddad, and mistress. Sad. Secretary, second politicians. You mad? You know that Mr. Chino is missing. Remember when I could just take a bitch to win this? But now these hoes say they wanna go to Sicily. But bitch, you must be silly, wanna go to Piccadilly. Cause I really feel you fake as hell like this. But these hoes, most of these niggas go for these hoes. Shit bad, but
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around.
30 years, but it's with these hoes. Spending all this money going out to eat. MOP, man. Money over bitches. These niggas say they real, but they just a bunch of bitches. Fuck the bedroom.
It's coming at you.
Baby girl, where you was when I was water whipping. When I was water whipping. When I was water whipping. Baby girl, where you was when I was water whipping. When I was water whipping. When I was water whipping. Fuck the bedroom. Point me to the kitchen. Fuck the bedroom. Point me to the kitchen. So many chickens in my kitchen, got my palms itching. You sucking a rich nigga, dick, you in a good position. You say your baby daddy broke, bitch, you really tripping. What's wrong with you? What kind of life you living? You wanna ball, hit the mall, or just eat church and chicken? Gucci be really pimping. I need just 30 minutes. And if you cool, baby, we can fuck every Wednesday. But you must pay attention. Baby, you got to listen. The first rule that you cannot have hoes in my business. You know I'm all relentless. Pull up in prison business. And I don't wanna meet your daddy, I ain't fucking friendly. I had 350,000, I was only 20. Your baby daddy book, I bury his ass in fucking 20s. Yeah, I'm a fat nigga, but all I ride is fucking skinnies. And I don't wanna fuck that bitch cause she too fucking skinny. Hoes, usually these niggas go for these hoes. Shit bad, but it wouldn't be for these hoes. Married 30 years, but he still with these hoes. Spending all his money going out to eat. MOB, man. Money over bitches. These niggas say they real when they just a bunch of bitches. Fuck the bedroom, want me to the kitchen. Baby girl, where you was when I was water whipping? When I was water whipping? When I was water whipping? Baby girl, where you was when I was water whipping? When I was water whipping? When I was water whipping? Fuck the bedroom, want me to the kitchen.
Damn smart. And he's just a different kind of cat. You know, he doesn't bother anybody. It's ridiculous to me, these stories that have been written about him. It actually takes me
People ain't in anything. People ain't in anything. People ain't in. People ain't in. People. Into the window. My father got windows. Watch these niggas that window. Open the hole like window. All wrong with nigga that my kid post. Other niggas ain't show. Been show. Girls all saying me don't see. Now see y'all niggas don't get no see. Walking into the window. My father got holes in his window. Watch these niggas that window. Open the hole like window. All wrong with nigga that my kid post. Other niggas ain't show. Girls all saying niggas how to get no see. Now see.
I'm talking about as kids, so how we approach it, how we look, or what we may do during games, or how we speak to the media, it really doesn't matter because we come to work every day as professionals.
Do you feel like there is a negative label that is attached to you guys, like people have said to you, have said about you, you're a bit too sensitive. You and I have spoken about that.
Yeah.
But for the national television audience, for people that look at Kevin Durant and say, damn it, he's a bit too sensitive. He has to respond and clap back at anybody that gets it, that gets at him. What do you say to that?
And we're all sensitive about something.
I know him.
We're just humans. I mean, I'm not any different from anybody else. If I hear you saying something that I feel is not true, I'm gonna talk to you about it. That's how it is. Us in person or over Instagram. So I mean, that's just who I am. I mean, I'm not gonna change who I am because people tell me I should act different. I love basketball. I'm approach it the same way I always did.
And yet, human beings change over time. People mature. We saw you enter the league as a kid. From the way it seems to me, you were much less comfortable in your own skin in front of the media, let's say, as a 19-year-old than you are as in your mid-20s, in your late 20s. Do you think you've changed in that way? And if so, how?
No, I've always been the same person. It's just a matter of me expressing myself. Figuring out different ways to express myself.
16 people.
Always have these thoughts in my head, but just getting them out has been different. It's been an evolution. I feel like everybody's on that road.
What was it about the thoughts in your head that you didn't want to get out?
It wasn't that I didn't want to get out. It was just about trying to figure out how to say it. You know, I always wanted to be authentic and true to everything that I've seen. I wanted to give fans a different perspective from a player, authentic and true perspective. And sometimes that may not come out the way you like it.
Kevin, when you came out, I felt like you bossed up and you said, you know who I am, I'm Kevin Durant. We heard that quote a ton. What did you mean by that?
Like people wanted me to get out of character on a basketball court and change my game. You know, I'll never do that.
Well, I'm one of those. And let me tell you why. I consider you to be the best in the world. I don't care about it, Kawhi and LeBron. I think you are the best in the world right now. So to me, when somebody is great of a defensive player, as for example, like Patrick Beverly was, or whatever the case may be, I believe that somebody like that, somebody like you, is supposed to dominate that kind of matchup. You explained it, and you explained it very accurately, I might add. But I guess what I'm asking is, when people look at Kevin Durant, there are times where the reason why he isn't considered the best by some others is because that lack of assertiveness, that lack of aggressiveness, the dogging in the sense, the hell with just giving the ball, let me remind you of who I am. What do you say to that?
I mean, I led my team in shots ever since I've been in the league. I've always been number one team in shots. It's like, when playing with Russell Westbrook, a lot of people say that I should put him in his place. Like, he's a player that you can't put in his place. He's a big personality. He's a player that you can't tame. So like, I was just gonna support him no matter what. I think that's what a lot of people try to say is that I wasn't assertive and put Russell in place, but my whole thing was to let these guys grow and be creative in their own space. You know what I mean? That's what teammates do. So, I mean, always let the team shots, always took the late game shots, always trusted it. They brought me plays. I played average 39 minutes a game my whole career, so that shows you my genius as a coach is trust me to be that guy every single day, every game since I've been in the league.
Speaking of letting people be themselves, Draymond Green is another big personality and what have you. A lot was made about the altercation against the Clippers when y'all were playing, and folks even alluded to that playing somewhat of a role in you elected to walk away from Golden State and go to Brooklyn. Speak to that at all, the relationship you have with Draymond Green. Speak to whether or not that had any impact whatsoever in your decision to leave Golden State.
Yeah, I wish that wouldn't have happened. I feel like that was a situation that definitely could have been avoided. It really came out of nowhere. And for us, you know, everybody was just looking for something to tear us down with, you know, and I think they used that. And that just brought in the firestorm from, you know, free agency. Every day was about my free agency. Every day was about my disposition as a player, what I look like on the finish, what I look like, you know, during the game. So it opened up a lot of nonsense. Sold that car. You know, I think that could have been avoided. Yeah, Draymond talked about it.
But what I will say is this: I don't know
that car.
Listen to what Draymond said a couple of weeks ago.
What that flame mean?
Rousey's podcast, talking about how Steve Kerr, Bob Myers came to him saying that he needed to apologize for how he came at you. He said he refused at that particular moment in time because that's just not how he felt. Until he looked into your eyes and saw that his brother hurt by what he said. Were you hurt? How exactly was it that you felt at that time?
That's nonsense. I mean, other people trying to jump in on the story and create something off of it when they don't really know all the facts. And I think that was the only for everybody on the team.
Yeah, you probably got one of them.
Draymond knew that he was out of line. And we talked about it. And everybody around tried to get us to, you know, mend it fast because of the season. We wanted to win, but like, he had his process on how he wanted to handle things, and I respected that, and I had my process, and eventually we came together.
Last question on this subject is clear, because I didn't recall the answer to this question. Did that play a role?
A little bit.
You want to expand on that at all?
Yeah, I mean, your teammate talked to you that way, you think about it a bit, but, you know, we talked, like I said, we talked about it, but definitely, for sure, I'm not gonna lie about it.
I'm shooting him in his face for like 30
Yo, a $9,000 bounty was put on that nigga you was killing.
Yeah. I felt like that was just going to be the end no matter what, especially for that group. Our contract is going to start with the team and put us in a hole to get up and play it. It's time for all of us to kind of separate.
So you've been criticized a lot, including by Stephen A. at first, and also I've talked about a lot the fact that once you joined Golden State, that team is a juggernaut. That team was a 73-win team without you. They didn't need KD to be invincible, a lesser player than you. They still would have been invincible, and you. It gets ridiculous. So the 2 championships and the MVPs and everything, yeah, but how could they lose? Was going to Brooklyn at all related to that? Like, let me go somewhere to show what I can do to a team that doesn't have championship aspirations.
No. I told you what my name was and who I am for. I don't have to prove to you that I can win the way you want me to.
What about you? What about yourself? Prove to yourself.
My job is to perfect my craft. That's what I do every single day, with or without championship.
But isn't your part of your craft a one-on-one sport? It's a team sport. Isn't part of your craft at your level when you're being compared to LeBron James and Larry Bird and the best who ever played the position in game, etc.? Isn't part of it leading a group of guys to be more than the sum of their parts?
I've been playing the game my whole life. I've mastered the team game. I've been in every situation, so I got a lot of experience.
This thing, every time Bobby finally get that body.
From all angles, from a leadership standpoint, just a player, from a defensive standpoint, offensive standpoint. I know how to do everything.
Can I get in here real quick? I have one question. Because we talked about this a lot on the show. honestly any team would have wanted you. Why did you choose Brooklyn when you and all the other suitors?
Why did you think I was going to win?
Why? No, nobody said anything to me. It was just a pure gut feeling. I think I was hoping we were going to Knicks, to be honest with you. I'm just happy we got you on the East Coast.
I'm just saying,
Did you even consider the Knicks, Katie?
I mean, I talked about this plenty of times.
I need to hear it again.
I think, the Nets, kind of looking at for the last few years, just as a franchise, and had an opportunity to be a free agent when they were at this point. Seeing some growth within the franchise, I thought it was a great opportunity to combine the part of that.
I don't know. Switching back to the Warriors just for one last second. I don't know how accurate this is. That I was told this. Didn't have any bad relationship with anybody. Matter of fact, we had a lot of good relationships. But there were people that felt that Steve Kerr should have had a bigger impact on your career.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance. I'll look into it.
I mean, he was the coach and I was the player. I mean, it wasn't anything bad. I came to work every day just like he did. And I wouldn't say we had a tight relationship or battle. I just came to work on home just like he did.
So we get to the finals. They were describing as a calf injury. But as we were talking about at the time, calf bones connected to the, like this stuff is all, do you believe the injury? I'm joking. Do you believe the injury is connected to the original injury? In other words, you hurt your calf, then you have a more serious injury, but those two places are right there. Do you believe those injuries were connected?
I'm sure. I mean, I'm not a doctor, man. I don't know the exact anatomy, but I mean, I'm sure they had to play a part in it. And I just try to move on as fast as I can and get to the right people.
Here's the real question. As you reflect, do you regret deciding to play in Game 5 of the NBA?
I wouldn't say regret. I do think I wish I would have made a different decision. I mean, obviously, I can say that. But at the moment, I was really excited to play.
Was there, and can you describe the atmosphere around the Warriors, front office, coaching staff, teammates, what the expectations of you were? Did you feel pressure to play?
Not at all. I mean, it was, like I told somebody before, being Rick 7-3, every day it was just him and I just working, building. It was more than just rehab with him and I. It was a tight relationship that I formed with him through that time. So that was it wasn't nobody else in my ear. None of my teammates said anything to me, ownership. I'm sure, I mean, I'm one of the best players on the team, and we're losing in the finals. Of course, in the back of everybody's mind is wondering when I'm going to come back and play, but nobody said that to me.
Was there anyone who came to you and said, listen, this is what's at stake, medical staff or otherwise, if this thing snaps, there's a chance you can never be the same player, there's a lot at stake that way?
No. I mean, we didn't think about that before the game. That was, if Achilles was even in a question, that might even strain it. I wouldn't even play. But that wasn't even a question. It really was a freak accident.
Here's what I think I'd like to see. I consider you the best in the world, like I said. You have some people that think about MJ, about Kobe. Obviously, you draw comparisons to people like LeBron, etc.
What the fuck?
When they talk about Kevin Durant, they say, when they hear you say, playing the right way, just doing the right things, it's almost as if there's this refusal to accept the fact that because you're that great, more is going to.
Wow, what a bitch.
Did you feel pressure from the outside? I'm not talking about I'm talking about fans. People looking at this and fine, wait, man, this is fine, this championship on the line. You got to do this, and that's the reason that you elected to play in the finals?
I really wanted to be in the finals. I've seen that my presence could definitely help the team and flip the series, and I knew that I can help guard Pascal Siakam or Kawhi Leonard, and I can provide spacing for Steph Curry and Clay and Draymond. I was thinking that. I wasn't thinking about who I can prove, what I can prove to anybody. I was really, I wanted to go out there and help the team.
A third championship would have tied LeBron James for as many titles as he had in his career. Did you think about that at all?
No, I mean, the second the buzzer sounds and you win the championship, I really was thinking about that. That's such an amazing feeling. The whole organization, everybody's families and friends on the floor. celebrating. I thought about that. Maybe I shouldn't have thought about that, you know, because we were down 3-1. But I was really excited to share that moment again.
When I look at the landscape for you right now in Brooklyn, in this city hasn't had a championship in decades and decades and decades, but it's basketball obsessed. You coming off the injury, you with criticism, you joined this super team. Are you looking at Brooklyn as an opportunity to do the biggest thing you've yet done in basketball, or is it just another day at the office? I just want to play.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yeah.
Let me transition. Because it's important to me while you're sitting up here on this show.
That nigga bodying me. That shit don't even make me want to do that shit.
Kids are great, guys are great. But they also, the people that go to the state of people say this. I know that for a fact because they told me. You have folks that look at you, you're no longer city. And you go to the state. Now you're going to Brooklyn. Kevin Durant is trying to find his comfort zone. He's trying to find a place where he can just genuinely be happy and receive the fashion that he thinks he deserves. This guy, like Kyrie Irving to a lesser degree, doesn't look nearly as happy as he should because he's highly paid, he's recognized one of the greatest ever, etc., etc. These are the kind of things they're saying about Kevin Durant. How do you respond to that, to those out there who say and believe these kind of things?
I mean, I'm not down to move around since we were young. Neighborhood to neighborhood, so I feel like the world is my playground. I'm comfortable anyway.
Are you the best player in the world? Does Kevin Durant believe he's the best in the world?
I don't even look at stuff like that no more, man. I mean...
When did you stop?
Years back.
Why?
Because I respect all these players. I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself.
Your point of view seems to be, from what you said today and listening to you through the years, that it's kind of lunch pail. Like you go to work trying to be the best version of yourself. But the boardroom and these kind of like media companies that athletes are now taking charge of, Derek Jeter, LeBron James, you, media's about telling stories. What is the story of KD that we're going to learn through, for example, a program like the boardroom? Is it just the work ethic, put your head down, and is there more to it?
Well, the boardroom isn't just about me. It's about the information that we exchange. And him had a nice conversation. We had football players, athletes, WNBA players talking about a lot of different topics. It's not just about me, and I'm not on every episode. So I'm the force behind it. We had an idea that we wanted to, we wanted to come out with, but I'm not trying to take over anything. It's just about having my little space over here, producing some content that people may like. If you like it, cool. If you don't, I'm sure there's other things you can get into. But we're just trying to spread some knowledge.
What's the ultimate objective? And I ask that question only from the standpoint that we see you and a plethora of other athletes trying to extend their voice.
Yeah.
And obviously listening to you go at the media on several occasions, clearly there's some question marks that you have about the media and their willingness to tell what you believe or know to be true. Talk to me about the boardroom from the perspective of really trying to make inroads in that regard, trying to help give players a voice, essentially.
I feel like I've learned that athletes are more comfortable around other athletes. Give them space to talk about things outside the game that they're interested in, and I want to know about it as well. It's cool to see what Big Oladipo is doing outside of the game. It's cool to understand how basketball ties in with the rap music and other sports, and how big our game is growing into. So it's stuff that I'm interested in, and I wanted to learn as well, and I'm sure there's other people like me out here.
I'm going to turn to you in the basketball now. Let's go a quick second. I want to know your top 5 players in the NBA right now. Give it to me.
Top 5 players.
You talk too much about basketball to act like you don't know that. You know.
I'm going to give you the 5 players I like in the league. Obviously, Kyrie, LeBron, James Harden, Joel Embiid. I'm missing a lot of guys I enjoy, but Damian Lillard's probably the last guy. But I mean, so many great players, the names just 5, but all those guys, I just enjoy watching them play.
What is your aspiration for the rest of your career? Like, when it's over, what would you like to have done?
No, man, I don't really look at it that way. It's just keep grinding every single day and see what happens. I can't plan anything. This life is unpredictable. I try to plan things before and go that way, so I just try to improve every day and, see that.
Last question. Okay, real quick. Are you saying that's because you, like, I imagine someone is, to get to where you are, you have to be insanely competitive, not just talented. You have to work hard, be very competitive. Are you saying that it's not like, hey, I want to be the greatest ever because that's not up to me? You guys are going to decide that anyway? Or are you saying it truly doesn't matter to you as long as you get the best of your ability?
Sometimes it's good for my mental health every day. Not focusing on stuff I can't control.
Championships are good for your health too, right?
It's alright. It does a little part. It plays a little part for sure.
You win it when you bring one to Brooklyn?
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Thank you so much for being here. You're our neighbor now, so you can come anytime. You're right across the bridge, sweetie. We hope to see you back on the court soon, honestly. And here's another taste of the exclusive content you can see on the Board Runners.
Golden State, the biggest movie we've ever seen. I wanted to prove them wrong on the basketball court and show whoever that was in the basketball court.
I meant what I said when I said that. But where I had to change course was when people were trying to interpret that as me saying, he's weak. No, that's not what I'm saying. I was saying, he's so great. How dare you join our already juggernaut?
Again, be sure to catch the Free Agency Frenzy special with Kevin Durant, Stephen A. streaming now exclusively on ESPN+. Yes, they tackle a lot of subjects we didn't get into. KD's going to be excited about this. DC is the capital of the baseball world right now. The Nationals are the champs, but Stephen A's got a bone to pick with Houston. Don't go anywhere. It's First Take.
Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween? Well, if you're celebrating by eating Reese's, then no. You're actually late. Not sorry, Reese's. Doug.
And now, for their service to the community, we present Limu Wimu and Doug with this key to the city.
It's an honor to tell you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And now, we need to get back to work. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
A heart and my tasty honey nut Cheerios? Look like we got a mystery here. Cereal, are you trying to tell me you can help lower cholesterol? Aha! Mystery solved!
Shrimp, yeah. Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is back for just $15.99. Get all the shrimp you want, any way you want. Like new Sriracha Honey Shrimp, Savory Grilled Teriyaki Shrimp, Classic Shrimp Scampi, and more. Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is $15.99. Hurry in.
Introducing Wendy's 2 for $5. The only 2 for $5 with Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef and the spicy chicken you crave. Choose from the Dave's Single Spicy Chicken Sandwich, 10-piece crispy, or spicy nuggets. Pick any 2 for $5. Only at Wendy's.
Are you a sex?
So I can buy from Enterprise Car Sales, and you'll take any trade-in.
That's right.
Great. Here you go.
Well, it does need to be a vehicle.
But I need this out of my house. With a fair, transparent value for every trade-in, Enterprise makes it easy.
It ain't as simple as it seems. We'll try and stop you every step of the way. They've torn us apart. Fractured our society. For example, you know what's at stake, and the only way to save it is in my hands. I
stands for bitches. It's my job to reconnect us. Rated and mature.
Thanks, Dad.
Toyota, let's go, Texas.
Sports Center 6 Eastern after PTI. They'll look at how the 49ers stay undefeated against the Cardinals tonight. Plus the latest on Joel Embiid, Carl Anthony Towns, and that little stuff. Well, we'll be getting into that as well here on First Take. And a look back at the Nationals' road to winning the World Series. Sports Center on ESPN.
And it is the ultimate as good as it gets here in baseball. Game 7 of the World Series. He's looking for another memorable moment here in the World Series. And this one's gone! And the Nationals lead! Howie Kendrick has done it again! Swing and a miss! The Washington Nationals are world champions!
Yes, sir. For the first time in franchise history, the World Series trophy belongs to the Nationals in the nation's capital. Who would have thought it'd be a good thing to not have home field advantage, right? Every single game was won on the road, including last night. Stephen A., did the Nationals win it, or did your pick, the Astros, blow it?
I thought they blew it. I thought the Astros blew it. I'm not trying to take any credit away from the Nationals. They were a phenomenal team. Strasburg, Scherzer, gutsy performance. Soto, I'm just a huge fan of this kid. He's only 21 years of age. He's a star. This kid is something special. And obviously, Howie Kendricks was, showed up yet again. Handled business, Rendon, of course. But when I look at the Houston Astros, you had it. And I'm remembering, I forgot whether it was the 5th or the 6th inning. You got runners on base and scoring position. Bergman doesn't work. You don't have this one. I don't understand that by the manager Hinch. But more importantly, the biggest thing for me was that Green was absolutely sensational. Was pitting one hit shutout.
I just tightened this nigga as soon as he woke up.
Before he gives up the homer that he gave up. What do you do? Okay? You not only keep him in, but then you ultimately take him out. And you bring in, who was it, Will Harris?
Yep.
Will Harris, right? So you bring in Will Harris. And I'm like, to me, it's game 7. I don't give a damn. I don't want to see a reserve. I don't want to see somebody coming out of your bullpen unless it's Mariano Rivera. I don't want to see it. You go to Gary Cole. You go to him immediately. I know the man that is, like Jessica Mendoza told us, he hadn't pitched in relief since college. I don't give a damn. He is your ace. He's been absolutely sensational since he has been with you as a Houston Astro. I think coming into the postseason, his record was like 35-10 with an ERA in the 2. What are you doing? He shows up in the postseason, shows up in the World Series. He's balling out. You get him in the game for a game 7. That's what you do. You went to Will Harris instead. We saw what happened. We never saw Gary Cole. What did Martinez do for the Nationals? He brought in Corbin. Corbin's not a relief pitcher. He's a starter. But why did you bring him in? Because you know how successful he's been. And not only that, you know that he can handle the load if necessary because he shows it to you as a starter pitching in the 6th or 7th innings. That's what you do if you're Houston for a game 7. Hinch was scared to take a chance. He went to the regular old, and to me, it cost.
Well, I think that's a good point. And I said before the game, all hands on deck, it's game 7. And by the way, we're all, Stephen A. and I are huge baseball fans. It's just that the popularity now is a very local sport nowadays, nationally, so we don't get to talk it enough. But it was great to see a World Series like this, even if our Yankees weren't in it, unfortunately. Here's the thing. Gary, those are all good points. Let's not forget, though, it was a one-run game at the time that he made the pitching change. And Harris is an excellent reliever. In fact, the Astros have an excellent bullpen. Like, you're giving up, what, one run this postseason in 11 innings? Something crazy like that. When he brought Harris in. Now, a one-run game, Stephen A. They had 11 outs to go. Even if you bring in Cole and he pitches well, you might give up a run with 11 outs to go. You get 11 outs and only give up one run. You pitch great in any era, right? And this guy is facing a lineup that wouldn't quit. Even if Cole comes in, you can't blame the loss on that move. What you can say is that's a move you prefer. And I agree with...
Why can't I blame it if they have a 2-1 lead?
Because now you're assuming that Cole is going to keep him right there for 11 outs. Even if he pitches well, he may not do that. That's a big assumption.
He was so salty, too. Did you hear him after? He's like, I'm not even an employee here.
Derek Cole?
Yeah. And he was wearing that. I don't even work here anymore.
If you're the best pitcher in the world at the moment,
that's right.
You can't just leave him without bringing him into the game. Part of the problem is managers, I think, incorrectly look at what high leverage moments are, right? A one-run lead in the seventh game of the World Series, that's a high leverage moment. Bring out your big guns.
So who's assuming and guessing now in terms of what they were thinking that would happen? So how come I can't sit up there and assume that Garrett Cole could have held a one-run lead in a seventh inning?
It's fair to assume what someone may be thinking. It's unfair to say that Cole would have gone 11 outs and not given up a run.
First of all, let's be clear about something here. I'm saying that was your best chance.
Agreed, but that doesn't mean that's the reason the other team won.
Well, the point that I'm making to you is that if that was their best chance, as the manager for Game 7, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Those are two separate arguments. That's two separate arguments. You're right. We agree that the manager didn't give them the best chance.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Far from saying that the Astros lost it, the Nats didn't win it. You know what the Nationals had to do to win that game? Howie Kendrick, who's a not celebrated enough, excellent middle infielder for years, though he's not that anymore. Was a really good second baseman with games in the Dodgers, lifetime 294 hitter with decent on-base skills, hit for some power, comes up in a playoff where he's had big moments already, and hits a late inning, game-winning, come-from-behind home run in Game 7 on the road. That's called winning it. And it's not like Harris is a bug. Harris is a really good pitcher.
Well, first of all, use your sense for a second. I picked Houston. So obviously I'm going to look at Houston and say, how the hell did you lose this? Because I thought you was going to win. So obviously if you ask the question, I'm going to give you a reason why I thought they lost it. Then they lost the damn game. You got to...
So you're admitting your bias.
As you are, because you picked the Nationals after Jessica Mendoza. That he convinced you. I got it. But what I'm saying to you is this. If you have a 2-1 lead and your ace, keep this in consideration. We're talking about starting pitchers who show up and pitch 6 to 7 innings. We just witnessed Frankie, who's the third starter, go 6 in the third full innings, okay, and hold them to 1 each ball. Why is it wrong for me to then say, okay, Cole is better, and he only got 2.5 innings that he would have to pitch? Why couldn't he shut down and hold him to a 2-1 lead? You watched Madison Bumgarner years ago against Kansas City on 3 days rest, if I remember correctly. It's a complete game. Don't tell me that it's far beyond the realm of comprehension. As much as I love Soto, and as much as I respect interest in all of these sports, and Rendon, I can't forget him. Don't tell me that it is beyond the realm of comprehension on your own turf for a Game 7. For the best pitcher who's probably going to win the Cy Young to hold you scoreless for 3rd and 3rd innings. Come on.
Yo, Mill, I got you with a 3 for 10 too, bro. Next time you come through, I got you with a 3 for 10.
I can't remember the last time he gave up 3 runs. Right. So he had a good shot at it. It would have been good. He had some chance. That's still a long way from saying he would have gotten 11 out and not given up 1 game. We agree about that. Here's what I was saying earlier about that. I think it's still fundamental misunderstanding. The highlight moment is not when you're up a couple runs in the 9th inning with no one on base, right? I don't know what he was saying Cole for. The highlight moment is that
the seventh game of the World Series. That's where you get your best pitcher and put him in the game right there. All I'm telling you is this. I use basketball with that. But this time, I'm giving the ball to the NBA. The baby of the book. Now, they want to pass it to a Paxton or a Kerr. Let's get to it. But I'm calling their number if I'm the coach or the manager. Why? Because they're the best. That's why. You don't get the hell.
Listen, Garrett Cole wouldn't even wear the Astros hat after the game, so he was right there with you. That's how you be happy. You're supposed to be happy with the Wizards, with the Redskins, and you be happy, Garrett.
Everyone's going to be in a very good mood.
Both of the Splash Brothers are now out with significant injuries. Terrible news, but you don't want to miss Stephen A's take on Curry's injured hand. Your first take coming up.
Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then just don't answer the door. I'm sorry, Reese's.
Now only at Domino's for $7.99 each. You can carry out all 5 crust options with any 3 toppings. Try handmade pan crust when you crave something thick and hearty. Or carry out any of our 5 crusts for just $7.99 every day. Only at Domino's.
Black Friday. Come to the NordVPN CyberMonth Party, the private online security party. No digital sneakers for now. NordVPN is only $3.49 per month. The party's at NordVPN. Do it.
China space. Fancy wires everywhere. Introducing Socket Shelf by Sharper Image, the new outlet expander that adds a shelf to any outlet and quadruples your power. Socket Shelf by Sharper Image features a built-in storage shelf for all your electronics. No installation, just plug it in. Keep bathrooms organized. Add space in the kitchen or bedroom. Order yours today at SocketShelf.com. Also available at a retailer near you.
Yes, you're not alone. And Taylor takes 7 measurements right on your phone with perfectly fitted costume. And getting measured only takes 30 seconds. Find your perfect fit today. Download on Taylor for iOS or Android.
Attention, anyone on Medicare. Did you know you may now be eligible for additional Medicare-approved benefits, including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage? The Medicare Benefits Helpline is now open to help anyone on Medicare make sure you are getting all the benefits you deserve. Just call 800-670-9973 now to find out if you're eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan that includes additional benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to make sure you're getting all the additional benefits that meet your needs. The Medicare Benefits Helpline is now open. Call to see if you qualify for additional benefits, including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 800-670-9973 to see if you're now eligible for additional benefits. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review is absolutely free. Just call 800-670-9973. 800-670-9973.
Hi, Dave.
What's up, Linda?
You ready to the introduction meeting?
My calendar's up to date with the job.
Yeah, I checked, but every hour is locked off as game time, so I wasn't sure.
It's always day time.
So, are you going to the production meeting?
2 o'clock? Nah, that dang time happens to be lunchtime today, sorry. Infinity pulled in the bag.
It's the final days of a massive going out of business sale at Keeley's Furniture. The end is near. Take advantage of extreme markdowns on all remaining furniture, mattresses, and handmade rugs. Hurry! The clock is ticking. Don't miss the final days of Keeley's massive going out of business sale.
Time is running out to save during Avalon Flooring's fall carpet sale. Save quality with Kerastan's Smart Strand Forever Clean Silk. We've got you covered with a 12-year installation warranty and a financing option with 0 interest for 18 months. Stop by one of our showrooms for the largest selection of styles and colors. Avalon Flooring, your partner in home design. Visit avalonflooring.com for more details.
It's the final days of a massive going out of business sale at Dealey's Furniture. The end is near. Take advantage of extreme markdowns on all remaining furniture, mattresses, and handmade rugs. Hurry! The clock is ticking. Don't miss the final days of Dealey's massive going out of business sale at Dealey's.com.
Saturday, number 15 SMU will take on the Indians, number 24 Memphis, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ABC and ESPN. Tip off your weekend with our next NBA Friday doubleheader. The Rockets face the Nets at 7 p.m. Eastern, and the Lakers are in Dallas to take on the Mavs in Maxwell Guys Virginia. You can catch it on ESPN India.
Dribbles all the way in, also down Sandwich Harden. The one thing they that all this game, probably should be still in the fourth and the long crazy.
I don't know. Ever since he got signed back, this nigga
Warriors
so.
and basketball fans. During last night's Warriors loss, Steph Curry fractured his left hand. The two-time NBA MVP will have an MRI and CT scan, and the team will determine whether he needs to have surgery and what his recovery timetable will be. Golden State is currently 1-3 so far this season. Obviously, we know play is in action.
Can I say something really quick? This last segment I kept saying 11 outs, left. It was 8 outs. 1 out in the 7th inning. You think
Oh, no worries.
8 more outs.
Yeah.
So that tends to something where Steve Days are.
Let me ask you that. How bad is this for the Warriors team?
It's devastating. It's devastating this season. Keep in mind that, of course, that's going to be down.
That's how now, I want to tell you one time. I hope Steph Curry has a great season. I love this Steph I don't want anybody to take it wrong. But I want you to I'm actually happy. Step on middle! What did I tell you? What have I been telling you since before the season began? I said, will he make it? My number one concern as I sat up there, I kept saying, yo, they gon' now that didn't happen yesterday. Obviously, in that play, with guys sliding under, trying to draw offensive fouls from the weak side. They got to do something about that. I mean, I get it.
Oh shit, that was Mel I killed?
I don't want. Steph Curry still has an awful lot left.
My bad, bro.
I don't know if he's real today.
I got you, Mel. You can do that. This nigga rolled up on his bike in the middle of the shootout with the cop.
And Clayton?
They got some boys on me, y'all. This shit going crazy. Really good? This shit going crazy. Look at me. They home. You see the choppers?
The greatest sniper this team has ever seen. And without Klay Thompson, I don't like Steph Curry out there by himself. Not against these dudes. So my attitude was when he went
down, let's do an XP joint and get the bread. You see that? Let's do an XP joint and get the bread.
I hope they exaggerate it. Even if he's ready to come back in 2 months, I hope they stay sick. I hope that I don't see Steph Curry again this year. Because that means when he does come back, Klay Thompson will also be back. And oh, by the way, they will have taken D'Angelo Russell or whatever else they have in their stable and manipulate that into getting an even greater asset to pair with Klay and Steph. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Steph exposed out there with a bunch of novices. So they got like 9 with faceless, 9 with under 22 years. I don't want that with Steph Curry. So I'm glad he's out. And I don't want to see him again this year.
That's where I would go. First props where it's due. You said that he's not going to make it through the year. First of all, no matter carry, and the way that you're going at it now. That was a treat thing to happen. However, it was apparent so far that guys were, it's not just that they were...
Bill, come over here.
People were doing exactly what you said they do. And ultimately, he hit his hurt in the hand injury, even if it was a freak kind of thing, so you get your props.
We got 5 stars, yo.
This is actually a good thing for the State Warriors. And you touched on it, your last point you made. D'Angelo Russell, you know why he had the value he did last year? Due to injury. He got the start. He was a high-usage player. He's not an extremely efficient player, D'Angelo Russell. They're not that inefficient. He's a good player who looks a little better than he is when you give him a lot to do. That's what's going to happen right now in the Golden State Warriors. D'Angelo Russell's going to have a lot to do. His stock will consequently go up. And they will be able to flip him. I've been saying the entire time that Golden State says he's in their long-term plan. That's clearly nonsense. I don't think D'Angelo Russell is good for them on the court. I don't think he's good for them in the locker room. I think they're going to flip him. And even if you sit here and go, yeah, but Matt, if you know, and people on TV know, that he's going to look overvalued, D'Angelo Russell, if you play him a lot, then other GMs know that too. Yeah, but it's human nature. When you see a guy actually go out and do it, average over 20 points, 20 assists, make highlight reel passes and stuff, you wind up emotionally overvaluing that guy. That's what's going to happen to D'Angelo Russell. Furthermore, it did not look like the Warriors would win a lot of games this year, even with Steph Curry. They're drafting him. They'll be better off understanding what the real mission is for the rest of this year, building up the assets so that when Steph and Clay come back, they come back to do something. Oh, great, they don't come back.
How you drop an armor? I'm about to drop an armor for you.
And this is they were down 29 points.
How does that happen? You have most people in the NBA that have a difficult time scoring 29 points in the first quarter. They were trailing by 29 points in the first quarter. There's something severely wrong with this franchise right now.
I know what you mean about effort, but a lot of it is...
Alright, let's do an XP jump, bro. That shit over. I lost my 5 stars.
Defense has to be more sophisticated now. It's not just effort to the extent it used to be. Think about this. If you had a defensive problem on the perimeter, let's say, and you imported any one of the following players, last year's version, you might say, ooh, that kind of fixes the defense. Look at this. Iguodala, Clay, KD. Any one of those guys might fix the defense. They lost all 4. Any one can fix it. They lost all 4 like that. Poof, gone. Of course their defense is going to be hurting. I get it, not like this, but of course not like this. That's all I'm saying. Not like this.
I asked the question, how much of a positive or an advantage will this be for them next year? That Clay, Steph, full year off, essentially, they can add another piece.
Yeah, I think we got to listen. This is what I mean. We have to take into consideration these guys are 5
Long
consecutive years. Over 100 games each of the last 5 years. There's a lot that their body can hold. So when you look at it from that perspective, look, man, they need a break. They need a break. It wouldn't bother. This sounds bad, but it wouldn't even bother me. If Draymond ended up getting hurt, he's been playing too. I think they all need a break. I think they all need a break. Really?
You know, they traded all these draft picks and everything, and that's how they're getting out of the draft. The Warriors keep looking at them.
You're right. I didn't even think about where they might be.
They're not going to win a championship or win a challenge for one under any circumstances if you lose KD and Clay again. And now they actually get Steph rested, Clay hopefully coming back to what he was. Win
Exactly, and I don't feel like it's a huge hit because the West is still so good. This isn't like years past where they were the only game in town. All right, so we're wishing Steph, of course, a very speedy recovery and Clay.
Not speedy. Take your time.
Oh, sorry.
Take your time.
You know what I mean.
They really get a great player in the lottery this year. And now you have Steph, Clay, and Trey are all hungry.
We got to leave it there. In case you guys missed it, stay tuned because you'll hear the best of our exclusive interview with Kevin Durant. That was a lot of fun. He came on set with us just about 30 minutes ago. You'll get his thoughts on his new teammate, Kyrie Irving.
marshmallows. They're magically delicious. The Addams Family is the #1 home comedy in America. It's laughed out loud funny and a perfect Halloween treat. Brother! Not a line, am I? Addams Family, rated PG.
Wendy's has been showing everyone how to do fast food right for 50 years. And now they're showing everyone how 2 for $5s are done. Introducing Wendy's 2 for $5. Pick any 2 for $5. Choose from the Dave Single,
What's that?
spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece crispy or spicy nuggets. Only 2 for $5 with Wendy's.
Rack square, I didn't even see that nigga, bro. Kill that nigga, Mel.
Hurry in to taste
No,
how
murder
real
that
2
nigga.
for $5 is done. Only at Wendy's.
This is the Cosmic Checks before takeoff.
They're America's biopharmaceutical research.
Damn, Mel, you seen that shit? That nigga murdered me, son. You out here though with the AK. I got the Draco and shit. You say you trying to do an XP jump, bro? See me out here with the Draco? Don't nobody want no smoke. I need a car. What are one of your wheels, Mel? Where there's some shit at? I might just start busting up on these niggas. I wish somebody would hit me, nigga. I'm a gangster out here. He killed me. I'm like, why he not on the map? Pussy ass, man. I was looking at that nigga too. Yeah, murdered that nigga though. I wonder if he's still invisible. Damn. Damn, he got us. You seen that shit? I was about to hop out that shit. I'm about to kill that nigga. He wildin'. I'm about to customize this Hummer. That shit would be fire, right?
Hell yeah. I see them, one of them custom in a minute.
Let me scoop Mill up, see if he trying to roll with me. Where'd he go? Oh shit, I got niggas on my neck. Where Mill at? Wow. 460 square. Alright. You at the 460 square? I'm about to meet you where you at, cuz. Cause you coming way crazy. You keep shooting me, I'ma fuck you up, nigga. The fuck you think this is? I ain't sweet, nigga. You got the 460? You got the 460 square? I know where that's at. Good check. Oh, y'all gonna roll on me? These niggas rolling on me, son. Come on here, I gotta go to the store. Fuck y'all bitch ass niggas.